Hello everyone, this is Cookies. I've got turn 52, so we just had a big defeat. Oh, and I forgot to look at globals. Alright, let's just do that now. Alright, Gates of Horn and Ivory, Mother Oak, Riches from Beneath, Eyes of God, Earthblood Deepwell, Eternal Pyre, and Gift of Health. Alright, got another battle in Hinnom. A big Kaelasa army sallying. You can see the salt, all the gear. I think this is the artifact, like the genie lamp. So Kaelasa must have gotten to this. This is the Pretender, now S10 with a booster with extra penetration gear. Very scary. All right. We get attacked in Cradle of Life. We lose a few troops. It looks like we hold them off. Another flight of Draconians. All right. I think I just saw Shatter at the end there. Don't always get that out of them. Alright, so we lose a Coral Priest, two Marrow Druids, but not many troops, and we kill 37 Draconians. Kind of a iffy trade. In some ways, this is like killing a little over 20 air gems. Well, no, we didn't kill the chief. So maybe just 20 air gems worth of stuff. Not sure how much I'd value the commander. But we did lose two 200 gold mages and a Coral Priest, along with some expensive sacreds. So let's see, we get fear bombed by 39 of these demons. And then we get attacked in Bath. Let's go ahead and see it. So out come the Gentiles. Instead of moving back to try and save that Palisades, maybe they didn't have the movement for it. Instead, we get crushed by 5 of these guys, plus many of the scouts with the amulets of the dead. So Troll Blood. Oh gosh, he's got extra regen. Extraordinary agility, increased attack and defense. So 19 attack with the Midget Masher. Tough Skin, so up at 8. Increased protection, so 26 prot. This one's got enormous strength, so it's up at 29 strength, but has a Thistle Mace. Presumably for Howl. Increased attack and defense, so 26 attack, 55 damage, 19 defense. Yeah, Strength of Gaia into Howl, but doesn't have the gems for Howl. I don't think it matters though. We've got our motley crew here, including some of our little crabbies. And they do wade, which is cool. They've already got AP weapons, so I don't know that this is helping them much. They probably want strength buffs. Oh, they do have Howl. Okay. So yeah, they come in with these midget mashers, kill all of our poor undisciplined crabs. We do get one of them surrounded. Can we kill him? The others come over to help, though. We got so close. And what is this guy casting? Not a single shatter to be found. Although I guess he's only Earth 4, so that does make some sense. Alright, so we lose another king there. Yeah, we do lose a Basalt King here. The rest of the army flees. So I think that's 6 Gentiles to 4 Basalt Kings. But, I mean, we're losing tons and tons of troops, and he hasn't really had to invest too many troops. And then we see the storming of Strongdale. Again, just not much going on here. It does lose the kata, though. That's 545 gold. Alright. So we're going to consolidate on the Yomi fort, mostly to just kind of get away from Pyrene. This crew is going to head back to Ancient Waters. We're going to try to reconstitute there as well. So we're going to see if Pyrene pushes into us again. And then over here, because it's a little bit safer, it's just a little bit further away. And then we can see what we can do over here. Maybe we can knock them off of some of these forts, like Yomi, perhaps. Or threaten a palisade like Nethermark. We do see this fort is cracked. We're going to try and mind hunt this crew. Because if we can kill the Camazotz here, even though it's 13 MR, I mean, that would strand 40 of these demons. That would be a huge pull. Especially if they're trying to stealth. I believe all the units just die. So that would be great. Although they own the province. So in that case, I think they're just stranded in the province. But yeah, we're continuing to try and produce here. Doing what we can, but kind of getting owned a bit. We're flat this turn, though, despite the losses. Gym income is still okay. Income is starting to drop, though, because we're losing territory. Alright. But we're definitely still in it in terms of the war. We do see that Pan has taken the Palisades here, so now they're starting to push into the core region. This is going to suck for us if Pan gets all of this, and then we don't really get anything for all of our efforts. But, you know, that can all be fixed when you win your battles, and we haven't been winning our battles, so it doesn't matter. Let's see. We are going to try and pick up some more crabs. And I think that's it for turn 52. So I'll go ahead and jump into turn 53. All right, so we got turn 53 pulled up. The Mind Hunt fails. We get Banelord thugged here. What kit do you have? Just a Shock Trident? That's not very scary. We can kill that guy. Alright, we do get an interesting Yomi fight here. Let's go and check this out. Looks like mostly just a bunch of mages. Not a lot of kit on them. No kit on the Pyrene Mage, so... So this is just Yomi freeing their cap, killing some ungeared stuff. Femoria rolls out. They've got a big white mage. You can take a look at that. So they did do some Twiceborn shenanigans. No gear on this feels a little bit sad. But it is what it is. Here is what the dire boars look like. We saw Roos using a few of those a couple of turns ago. See, we got some water weirds. We do go ahead and attack into Roka. We take that. Dryad Mother gets patrolled out in Pyrene. Let's go ahead and take a look at that Dryad Mother. Just a couple of nature gems. And then, yeah, a couple of Enkidu shamans running out to see what's out there. We can take a look at all these crazy summons Bante gets. I believe these summons have been nerfed since then. They were way cheaper in this particular lobby on this particular version of DE. But yeah, 76 hit points, Fear, Sacred, Death Poison, AoE 1, Defense Negates, Tail Sweep, Magic Attack, Bodyguard, Floating, Poison Res, everything you could want in a unit. And then we got these flying sharks. They fly underwater as well. Have a 23 damage magic attack bite. I don't know why it's a magic attack. They are demons, which can be a bad tag. They also have Berserker 3 though, so they're very killy. And then, do we have any of the other summons? We got a few of these crocodile things. This does soul death, I guess, so it's a soul slay effect. Also has a magic attack bite. Both of these are bite magic attacks. I don't know why they get two of these attacks. It looks like it's just the one mouth. It seems like they should only have one attack. But it is what it is. Also another tail sweep. Alright, anyways. Tons of nonsense. These guys are kind of funny. To me, they looked a little bit like Ninja Turtles at first. Just without the shell. But they have a turtle shell, like shield and shell armor. So I thought it was kind of funny. Anyways, that's Bante. And then Roos is dead now. Alright. So we see a huge pan army here. This pan army is probably going to make a move on the cap. So we need to start prepping to move onto Giant Spine again. So we're going to move off the Yomi fort now. Yomi has freed Yomi. And this army is going to move into Dragon Ridge. We're going to move into Vath. So we've got a fairly significant little army here. And we're starting to roll out these guys as thugs. Just so we can have more thugs on the field. So the other guys can focus on doing the Petrify cast that they never do. But yeah, this is a strength kit. It's only 11 attack though, but at least they hit for 44 magic damage. So when they do hit, they'll hit pretty hard. And they have decent protection. I don't know if that's the best chassis. For instance, we could do these guys, but these guys can't self-buff. So they would need other people to point buff them, but they do have a little bit better stats. Still, though, 10 attack here. I guess this Koralglaive has -1 attack. But yeah, we're working on it. Just trying to put together something new. Have we learned our lesson with scripting the troops? Yeah, we've got hold and attack large monsters. So we're starting to figure out the scripting a little bit better. And yeah, I think that's turn 53. Yeah, did we look at all this? Yeah. So let's go ahead and go to turn 54. All right, I've got turn 54 here. Dire Portent. Let's go ahead and look at that. So mana from the heavens from Bante. So Bante is really starting to scale. Pan's starting to scale a bit. Aramor is scaling. Kind of gives you an idea. Even Vanheim is kind of scaling, although I think they're... I've lost vision of them. I moved my scouts away. We do move into Vath. We don't find much. We lose a couple of Black Hawks. We get scout raided here by the Amulets of the Dead. The Fomorian army walks around. This Wight mage, alright, so we have a cool SC combat here. Totally normal Jotun, the Wight mage, with a Mirror of Long Lost Battles, Black Steel Full Plate, the Heartstone again for that auto spell. Will-O-Wisp, very strong in DE, at least on this version. I don't know if it gets nerfed later. Death 3 allows them to do Invulnerability and Soul Vortex. Water allows Liquid Body, so I'll be looking for those buffs. And probably Chill Aura. We've got a number of Stone Giants. Pretty cool. 23 prot, 66 hit points. Hard-hitting Great Club. Really cool DE unit. It'd be cool to have these added to the base game, I think. Or something similar. We got First Sons, double magic attack, sacred. Oh wow, 28 hit points. Alright. And we've got a few more of them scattered around. We've got some Bear Totem Warriors. A little bit more above average hit points. They got Berserker, hard-hitting Great Clubs. What was this guy's name? Sitting Bull from... Oh gosh. General Custer's failed raid on the Native Americans, I think. Am I remembering that right? I might not be. Yeah, confirmed. All right, so he led his warriors to killing that cavalry detachment. And let's see, we've got a couple of Dawn of Primordial Beavers, giant magic attacks. Actually not, they hit as hard as like a human. It's kind of crazy for a size 9 unit that they've got 25 strength. So they do hit very hard, but because they don't have like a physical weapon, so that same 25 damage is barely stronger than the Great Club that these little humans wield. But these are giant beavers. At least they're sacred. And they've got a tail sweep. They're also masons, which is neat. And they've got healer 3. Oh, wow. That's really cool. Castle defense bonus 100. They would never leave my forts. Good grief. So you can stick a few of these guys in a fort and it'll be just way harder to crack. Some really cool units here. Let me see. Got a Manhunter, Primordial Deer, another Sacred Deer, Tight Rain, Dominion Monster Summoner, summons a bunch of deer, also magic attacks. Got a Fairy Dragon with Mesmerize and a Bite. Let's see if there's any... So it's just the one thug, and then this one's got some gear. Alright, so the issue here for this army is they don't have like an anti-SC, like something with armor negating or armor piercing damage. So they're really relying on the stone giants to do a lot of the damage here. A lot of these other troops just don't hit hard enough. Maybe these First Sons do, especially if they were to get some buffs. Because this thing is already at 26 prot. And I imagine it's going to have a fair amount of regen when it's done buffing. Quicken Self, Liquid Body, Soul Vortex. A little bit lucky to get Soul Vortex off. while being attacked. And then, does it do invulnerability? Yeah, I mean, it would help it. So we got some fall bears. They've also got magic attacks, which is pretty cool. And the will-o-wisp here are going to be the real victors because they are distracting large parts of the army. Jotun prayer. I don't know what that does. This guy's up to 10% regen though. Oh, it must not do regen. Because the Ring of Regen should do the 10%. Not blessed. So we got a whole bunch of cold res. A chill aura, because it's white mage. I think that gets stronger though if it does cast the spell that gives you a chill aura. I think they stack. Or maybe you just get a more powerful version of it. The fear effect here. So yeah, a lot of these troops only doing chip damage. And a lot of them, some, like the first sons have magic attacks. But a lot of them wouldn't even do the chip damage without if this white mage cast invulnerability. Like the stone giants probably wouldn't really do much. They might be reduced to only chip damage as well. Right now they're just fatigued out though. No cold res. Primordial deer trying to trample. And it's a successful SC drop on an army. This is another possible solution for this guy could be like an army thugs or mages on advancing cast. So pretty cool on Jotunheim to identify the opportunity and take advantage of it. Kills a first daughter, primordial deer, a ton of the troops. 8 stone giants, 22 of the kidnids, 6 fall bears, and 14 sacreds. And then, let's see, we've got doing a little bit of fighting. Roka, this Camazotz shows back up. And then, is this going to be interesting? I don't think so. We can see the silly flying sharks, though. Twilight, and then Storm went up. I guess 1 or 2 of them had already started flying. So yeah, they go berserk. They get a bunch of stats. Alright. Okay, so let's see. Our scout gets patrolled out. Here are the globals this turn. Army size, we're starting to recover a bit. Gym income is down, income is down, provinces is down, we're losing some territory here. There's a fair amount of gym income tied up in these couple of provinces, so if we can retake those, we'll get that back. And we're going to go ahead and build a lab here, so we don't have to shuffle these gems so far. And also, while we're rebuilding to fight Pyrene, we've got a lab here, so we can go ahead and research. That allows us to be a little bit more patient with the assault while we hopefully see maybe a big battle between Pangea and Pyrene. But yeah, Pangea coming in to help definitely helped me here, because Pyrene was about to start pushing along the coastline. And let's see, is there anything else really in this turn? Mostly focused on some troop recruitment, trying to rebuild numbers. Yeah, we've got like 200 troops here, but we lose them like crazy, so we definitely need a lot more. A little bit of a mage shortage too, but we've also started getting some of these army thugs. We'll see how they do. A little bit of morale gear to help them out too. Strengthen morale. I can show you down here. You can see all the forging we're doing on the construction discount site. Now we're finally picking up construction 5, so that'll be nice. I think that'll let us start getting clockwork smiths. But yeah, I think that's mostly it for turn 54. Maybe I make this one a little bit shorter episode. I know I've done some longer ones recently, so I think I'll go ahead and call it here, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.